Hello, and welcome to my presentation of what could be the next media blockbuster hit. How? Let me explain. For every idea in particular, you're going to need a title and a slugline. For this, I chose Broken. Payback gets hardcore. I'll explain it later to you as we go through the treatment details. The victim, Timmy, and the main character of this storyline is retelling the story of when he got into one of the worst crashes of this year in 2017. He is declared missing and feared dead, while his parents got rescued. Timmy is then washed up ashore on an island and faces a challenge to brave the elements to the point where he gets rescued, while facing his past and the tension between his family. Moving on to narrative structure. It will mostly relate to Todor's theory, as it has an equilibrium, disequilibrium, and a new equilibrium, to where it returns to the beginning status. However, it will have constant flashbacks during the character's nightmares to further progress the story in an interesting fashion. For the actors involved in the film, I chose very good friends of mine to take up on the role, especially my good friend Julian Nye, age 12. He loves acting, young, full of energy, funny, and mature, exactly what the audience wants from a likable character. He also plays exactly to the role, surprisingly, as he argues with his parents, like his character. But financially, this is the best part. He costs less, he doesn't need any salary whatsoever, and it could be possible that we are introducing new talent, so make that a note. I texted it, see, so deal with it. At the beginning of the plotline, we all know that Timmy was very dependent on his parents. But as soon as he got into that crash, he learns the hard way of becoming independent and realizing that not everything can come to you. Also, he has to work hard for it. At the end of the story, once he realizes his mistake, he becomes well-mannered and grateful of life even more than he was before. And he needs to be respectful to any person that he comes across. For the role of Timmy's parents and the two strangers who rescued Timmy back to his family, this is actually Julian's real parents, named Andrew and Sandra. Like Julian, they play exactly to the role, arguing with their son and passionate about taking care of him. Also, they cost less, and they could introduce new talent, since I have faith in them. Timmy's parents don't know much about Timmy at first. They tried for quality time with the boy, but to no avail. After the crash, they realize they care about him, and that brings them closer together. Whereas for the two strangers, they don't show their faces, since they're irrelevant. Like Timmy's parents, they are caring to the point where they actually take the boy home. For clothing, Timmy and his parents can wear just casual clothing, but the only difference between the clothing line is between Timmy's parents and the two strangers, where the two strangers must wear different clothing to avoid suspicion of the casting. Moving along to text I was inspired by. The idea was first to be a comedy, which included the same character, but in more comedic form and in an even funnier situation. For this idea, this was heavily inspired by the cartoon Marooned Maroons, which was acted out by dialogue and action from the animated characters Chip and Skip. However, with planning on how to present the jokes to the viewers, which needed to be relatable and is a demanding challenge, I decided to switch the genre to a survival epic drama film, taken from the film Castaway, known for its vulgar tone and raw emotions. Here's an example of when the main character departs with a prop that you have probably know, or you know of.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
How could you not feel the feels in this scene? If this was you in his shoes, you will be in this position
I'm
too.
sorry. Wilson! I can't. Wilson! Wilson!
Wilson, You had one job, okay? Speaking of Wilson, here are the props needed for the production of the film. Siri is relatable, interactive, could include funny dialogue if she wanted to, and likable. So is the idea of having a companion on the island, which could turn you insane if she wasn't there. However, for most of the props, they are organic and will require assistance into setting it up, such as you can see here, a fire, as well as a stick with a shirt as a sign for help. And what better on an island than coconuts, better served as a practical prop rather than a unhygienic food, right? Equipment-wise, these materials will allow you to experience the optimum quality that the camera has to offer, all while relaxing and enjoying each and every scene without any problem whatsoever. As you can see, here are some photos I've taken in Sai Kung as part of the concept locations that I wanted to shoot. As you can see, there is perfectly isolated from anywhere else, as well as being almost like a movie set as soon as you're there, with props already overturned as well as set up for you, so you could shoot a direct scene as though you didn't need anything to do with it at all. The fact that this is natural and a simplicity location makes this a great place to shoot. However, it comes with several drawbacks, such as needing permission to get to the site, as it could be occupied by workers, possibly working on reconstruction. However, all of these locations have one thing in common: being minimalistic. Why? Let me give you a picture. Imagine having to carry several loads of equipment to bring to the island, set up, as well as bring back again. This will take an exceptionally long time to transport, as you possibly express pain during these time periods, and you wouldn't want that, would you? Besides, it will be commonly thought of as a set more than a location, as it disturbs the tranquility of the environment. I would recommend the use of natural light, as it definitely brings out the natural effect, as well as the effect of the elements on the character. So I hope you consider this idea and make this into an actual film, and I hope this convinces the audience that this will be big.